Hi guys, welcome back to Introduction to Maps in R Shiny and Leaflet. In this video, we will be creating our first map. So let's first locate our dashboard body inside the dashboard page. Once we have our dashboard body, we click enter inside the parentheses to create our indentation. The next thing that we are going to do is we are going to create a new map object, and we are going to store it in a object called leaflet output. So we create a leaflet output object, and then we give it a name, and we are going to call it map. Okay, and that's it. So what this will allow us to do is to access our map object inside our output variable. Okay, so by just doing that, it's passed to our output variable. So let's locate our server-side code section, which is server function. And in there, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to access our map object. So we use the output variable, right? And then we access our map object in there. And then we say render leaflet, right? To use the leaflet library to create our map. And then we add curly braces and we press enter. So the code that we'll be adding is inside our curly braces. The next thing that we need to do is create a leaflet map. So we say leaflet, right? And then we concatenate the two statements. So it's leaflet and then it's add tiles, right? So this is the concatenation code in R. And then we concatenate that with add tiles. So what add tiles does is it adds our base map, right? So we access the leaflet library and then we add a tile, which is our base map. And so what this does is it will add the OpenStreetMap tile by default as our base map, because we didn't specify any custom URL in order to access a different base map or tile, right? So by default, what we are given by leaflet is the OpenStreetMap tile. Okay, so that's all we need to specify for now. Control S to save our code, and now we should be able to run this. The first thing to notice here is that we are running this in our external browser. Okay, so let's run app. This should open up my web browser, and as you can see, we have our map loaded inside of our dashboard, right? But as you can also see, that is, it only fills a section of our view, right? So what we want to do is we want to kind of let it fill the entire screen almost, right? So that there's not a big empty space here. So in order to achieve that, we are going to use some CSS styling, right? So if we hide the sidebar, we can see that the map can scale to fit the screen almost, but we still need some CSS styling to fit the entire screen. Okay, so let's go back to our code. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we go back to our dashboard body, we press enter, and on top of our leaflet object, we are going to add a tag, and then we are going to style the map object. So let's create a tag, tags, and then we say style, type equals text CSS, and then we specify the map object that we are going to get and that we are going to style. So it's hash and then map, and then the style that we are going to add is the height. Now we add this little function here called calc 100 view height. So we are telling it that it should fill the height of the map should fill the entire view, right? 100 view height, which is the view height of the entire screen, almost the entire screen, basically of the entire dashboard body in this case. And then we say minus 80 pixels because we don't want to scroll all the way down. So if we just say 100 view height, all it will do is just create our map, and it will fill our dashboard body, but it will also leak over to the bottom. So we want to prevent that by subtracting 80 pixels from 100 view height, right? So we don't want the map to be created all the way to the bottom of our screen. We still want to leave about 80 pixels of space to make it look neat, right? So that it fits within our entire dashboard body instead of the lower part of our screen. As you will see when we run our application, okay, and then we add this not important CSS command, and then we close our curly brace. Then we add a comma because we are adding two properties, which is the tag and style, and then we create our leaflet output, which is our map that we then access in our output variable. Okay, then we create a leaflet map inside our map object, and then we use the open street map tile, okay, as our default base map. So now that we have that, we Control S to save, and then we cancel that application that was running, and now we can run our application again. As you can see, it now fits our entire page, right? So if we zoom in, we can see that this is what we want to achieve. We want to have our map fit our entire dashboard page, okay? And if we hide the sidebar, we can see we can have the entire screen almost to work with. So this is nice and neat. This is what we were looking for. And as for subtracting 80 pixels from the 100% view height, so 100% view height would fill this whole screen, right? And then you will see a scroll bar, a vertical scroll bar, so that you need to go further down, right? Which makes it look unneat. But because we subtracted 80 pixels, the map shifted up. So we can see we still have the small space from the bottom, but it is within our dashboard page and it looks neat. Okay, so that's what we achieved by adding some styling. And that is it for this video. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.